Hello, welcome back to Fallout 4. I figured I'd come back to HQ to see if there were any new quests to do here. Drummer Boy asked me to talk to Pam, but she doesn't seem interested in talking to us. Or is unable to for some reason. Everyone down here seems to know that we made it into the Institute somehow, so I'm curious to see what Desdemona has to say, if anything, about that.
I just heard the most fascinating rumor. The story goes that you actually found the Institute. Been there and back again. Sounds crazy, right?
Where'd you hear that?
Where'd you hear that?
Deacon brought it to my attention. And, as usual, he won't give up his source.
It's true.
It's all true.
Deacon says you used teleportation. I can't imagine. We know you got inside with the help of the Brotherhood of Steel. My hope is you've infiltrated them for us. Or, at the very least, your true loyalty lies with us. So let's put it to the test. We have a vital mission that only you can carry out. You up to it?
Why help you?
Why should I help you instead?
Now that the Brotherhood knows where the Institute is, in time, they will mount an offensive. And once they do, they'll slaughter everyone in the Institute. Men, women, children, and every synth they can find. I respect you far too much to believe you'd participate in such a bloodbath.
I'll side with the railroad. For now, at least.
I'll do the mission then.
You have no idea how relieved I am to hear that. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot. There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him. So we gave him the code name Patriot. So you need to infiltrate the Institute and make contact with Patriot.
Contact how?
How do I make contact?
Tom devised a way to send a message to Patriot. We can plant a coded message on an Institute terminal. And, if all goes well, he'll respond. Just see Tom, and you can proceed from there.
Underground undercover. Talk with Tinker Tom.
Oh, man, you were actually there? Inside the belly of the beast? No time for that, though. Let's set you up to contact Patriot. I got here one genuine Tinker Tom special. Just load her up onto a holotape, plug her into any Institute terminal, and execute.
Desdemona gave me an encoded holotape that I can use at any Institute terminal to make contact with the Railroad's guardian angel Patriot. Perhaps with him, we can devise a way to rescue any synths. Access log, access local, login Thompson E, operation replaced primary display assembly. Local B767, cleaning supply inventory. Local Fillmore A, routine facilities inspection. Local G921, requisition additional supply cleaning agent 7. Message from Tom. The Big D demanded a tutorial be included, so here it is. Short version, plug this in to any Institute terminal and copy the message. Long version, Patriot's been sending us short coded messages for years using an evil little encryption scheme. It was a biatch and a half to reverse engineer, but I nailed it. Put this holotape on any Institute terminal and it'll deliver a gift-wrapped message straight to Patriot. You're going into the belly of the beast, friend. Don't trust anything. TT out. Copy encrypted message. Copying message 001, copy. Detected foreign program. Copy complete. Read urgent reply 001. Acknowledged, meet at the Advanced Systems Maintenance Room.
Unit.
Would you like
You
some
were scheduled
processed
for
sustenance
maintenance
packets?
duty in SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report, sir. I carried out my duties, as usual.
Dr. Ao saw you accessing a terminal. You know you are not permitted to access terminals in that section. Is Dr. Ao mistaken?
Yes. I mean, no, he's not. But I was only...
What is it? Were you or weren't you accessing a terminal in SRB?
I was, but I swear it's not what it sounds like. I was cleaning the terminal and it switched on by mistake. I was just shutting it down.
Was that a stutter? Have you developed a defect, Unit? Maybe you need to be reset.
Sir, I assure you that won't be necessary. It won't
I
happen
know
again.
you'll achieve great
See
things
that it
here.
doesn't.
We
You
all
don't
do.
want me to tell you
Please
twice.
don't get any germs
Now
on
get
me.
back to your duties.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
What's Trinity?
Trinity? What's that?
Trinity is an encryption system with a cipher, or key cut up into many pieces. You need several pieces in the correct order to unlock it. I put a Trinity piece with every synth I helped escape. It was a long shot, but I was hoping some good Samaritan would connect it all together.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Liam Benet. My father runs synth development, and everyone knows who you are.
Tom cracked it.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
Looking for Patriot.
The railroad sent me to look for someone they called Patriot. That's you.
What? The railroad? As in the railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
Synth escape.
How did you help synths escape?
Through hacking. The departments focus their best talents on hard science. Why waste time on terminal security, right? The SRB is the exception, and unfortunately, they control which synths go to the surface. But a forged work order from, let's say, bioscience can get a hand-picked synth on surface detail. And it turns out the railroad was waiting for them. Wow.
Why help synths?
Why are you helping synths?
At first, I just wanted to see if I could get away with it. It was a challenge, you know? But then I realized the synths are really just like us, except without any freedom. I decided to help the ones that wanted to escape so they can have a better life.
You saved them.
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths at once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know? Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z1. He's a friend. He's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
My designation is Z-114, a simple maintenance synth.
He's not from here. He's been helping our synths escape on the surface. It's safe.
If you insist we speak in front of him, do so quickly.
Right now, how many synths want to escape, Z1?
The ones I know for certain, 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Liam.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
Help with what?
What do you need help with?
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
Where?
Where would I find that?
Unfortunately, I don't know. The obvious place won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Half of you know this already, but something so big, I can't ask people to keep it secret any longer. The rumor is true. One of our agents has made it inside the Institute.
Is this what Tinker Tom was working on?
Yes, Tom's work is related, but the device and the assembly was the Wanderer's doing. After the device was assembled, he made it inside the Institute, and then back out.
Where is the Institute?
We're not sure exactly. Best guess is that it's somewhere under the old CIT. But they've been using a teleportation device to get in and out, so it could be anywhere.
What did he find out?
I know you all have questions, but I've said everything I'm going to. But know this, the ops you're planning and running now are the most important of our lives. We have a chance at rescuing more synths than we ever dreamed of, so get it done. Have you met with Patriot yet?
I met Patriot.
I met Patriot. His name is Liam Benet.
I knew you'd get the job done. We need every scrap of intel you picked up in there. Write up a full report on Pam's terminal. After you're done, we'll analyze it and figure out the next step. Get to it.
Enter Institute report. Though it wasn't a certainty, thankfully the signal interceptor worked. When I materialized, I found myself in an empty room. C-114 can get the 13 synths in place, but in order for them to make it to the teleporter, Patriot needs the username and password for V1 of CIT's code defender and a report. Preliminary analysis of new data. Commencing analysis. Complete booting HM interface. Please consult with Pam immediately.
Preliminary analysis complete.
Anything we need to move on?
Affirmative. Codename Patriot requires admin credentials for Code Defender security software. Cross-indexing CIT security administrators with 2077 Commonwealth Census records. Filtering by surviving structures. One match found. Bergman. Wilfred. Bergman. Wilfred. Registered as co-owner of Cambridge Polymer Labs. Estimated 81% chance of login credentials being located at this facility.
Cambridge Polymer.
What's at Cambridge Polymer?
Cambridge Polymer Labs, LLC, had several active military contracts, specializing in robotics. The region is currently classified as extremely dangerous.
After you get the password report back here. With any luck, we'll have a game plan by then.
Welcome to the Cambridge Polymer Labs. Employment opportunities await in the field of scientific research. Shall we begin your application now?
What?
What?
Employment benefits include competitive salary, health coverage, accidental death coverage, and 2 weeks paid vacation. Employment opportunities await in the field of scientific research. Shall we begin your application now?
Sure.
Sure, I'm game.
Let's begin the interview. Due to increased demands for staff in all fields, we have condensed the employment test accordingly. Question 1. Do you possess previous experience with polymer synthesis?
Polymer synthesis.
Polymer synthesis? What are you talking about?
Calculating test results. I am pleased to offer you the position of janitorial staff. Expect a shiny future in the field of mopping floors. Would you like the orientation before beginning your work in the labs?
Orientation.
Orientation?
The orientation is intended to provide the new employee with a history of the company to enrich their working experience. Would you like the orientation before beginning your work in the labs?
I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Please note that employee enthusiasm is factored into your yearly reviews. Please find an open seat, and we will begin the presentation. The genesis of Cambridge Polymer Labs lies in the research of a group of brilliant graduate students. John Elwood, Erica Woolham, and Wilfred Bergman met during their time together at CIT. This slide shows them at their graduation. Their research into nucleostrictive and piezoelectric polymers caught the attention of Colonel George Kemp in the fall of 2073. In the spring of 2074, the company was founded with a generous grant provided by the Defense Experimental Research Project Initiative. The research produced here has resulted in several of the components used in the Liberty Prime project that led to the successful defense of Anchorage. The company enjoys a strong relationship with the military and welcomes your addition to the research team that helps build a better America. Please follow me to the research lab so that you may begin your work. Complimentary beverages are provided for employees. Please label any food or cigarettes you leave in the break room. Here is your jumpsuit and mop. Please take a moment to dress in your proper work attire and follow me into the clean room. The research staff will greet you on the other side of the clean room. Thank you for your attention and welcome to the team. I have been instructed to inform you that Director Elwood has issued mandatory overtime due to uncompleted milestones. Consequently, staff will not be allowed to leave the labs until the piezonucleic lining project has been completed. Please report to the project lead, Dr. Elwood Woolham, for specific research assignment. Starting decontamination sequence.
Polymer coating applicator. Property of Cambridge Polymer Labs. Device status: system air isotope reservoir below minimum levels. Device unusable at this time. Left reagent input none. Right reagent input none. Radioactive isotope none. Current operations executable. Nucleostrictive lining project V094. Scan loaded reagents. Check current fabrication parameters. Run loaded fabrication routine. Nucleostrictive lining project V094 begin. Interweave mesh extrusion pattern 1142. Input reagent 1 lithium hydride. Input reagent 2 gold. Apply output to metal hand form 219745. Begin radiation. Dosing pattern 71762. Isotope U238. Hole size 14 nm. Dispense end. Erica's terminal. User Dr. Erica Elwood Woolham, signed in. Nucleostrictive lining project. Project thesis. Initial studies have led us to hypothesize that by taking a known piezoelectric material, lead zirconium titanite, properly applying a polymer of gold and lithium hydride, that a localized conversion of ionizing radiation to electrical energy might be achieved. This method of compact energy harvest may prove suitable for application to pre-existing power armor currently in use by U.S. Armed Forces. Thermal dissipation. Initial tests have proved that the methodology is sound. Radioactive energy harvest is 15 times higher than current automated fusion engines. Unfortunately, there are still problems that we need to overcome. The ionic excitation in the gold that produces the harvestable electrons also creates a buildup of thermal waste. The heat is not substantial from a macro perspective, but due to the low shear modulus, the gold suspension in the nanoweave starts to break down quickly under extended use. We are going to attempt to change the dosing pattern on the gold to produce thinner strands through the material. The increased surface area should help dissipate the thermal energy, much like a heat sink. Tensile strain. The newer dosing patterns have been successful at dissipating the heat generated by the reaction. We've taken a slight hit to the harvest efficiency, but extended the static material lifetime from a matter of days to several years. While this is, from our perspective, already a successful experiment, the project parameters require a flexible lining that can be applied to power armor. It seems we underestimated the tensile strain the armor produces, and the thinner gold weave in the material ends up shredding, so to speak, under the heavy use. Colonel Kemp was less than pleased and threatened to pull the funding if we can't produce the promised results, so we need to go back to the thicker weave and find a different way to solve the thermal dissipation issue. Trapped. We've been trapped in the lab for days now, and tensions are running high. The team is fractured and falling apart. They don't know what is going on outside, and have started making attempts to escape the lab. While I was sleeping, they managed to cut a hole through the thinner interior wall of the clean room, but have been unable to break through the hardened outer wall. Will started talking with some of the others about going at the problem from a more oblique angle, which got me to thinking about the thermal dissipation problem when it dawned on me. If we change dosing patterns so it isn't producing nano holes perpendicular to the surface but instead at an angle, we might be able to reflect the most direct radioactive particles, trapping only those coming in at an oblique angle to the material. We would achieve a lower energy harvest, but the heat dissipation issues might be solved. Tom, Mary, and I are going to gather the samples needed to try it. We're so close. We've been unable to gather the samples needed to try the new dosing pattern. Will has locked himself in one of the labs and has been attempting to hack into the administrative systems. When we tried to get the U-238 we need from the isotope containment, he locked it down, leaving Mary stranded inside. He said he's going to set the facility defense system so that it looks like the lab has been breached. This will unlock the clean room, but will also activate the automated defenses, which will see us as attackers. He means to fight his way out, but that's suicide. He's the only one in the lab with military training, and we don't even have real weapons. I've tried to tell him that we can complete the project, that we have the answer now. But he refuses to see reason and doesn't believe John will actually let us out. We've managed to pull down part of the ceiling in C1, which will get us into the utility crawl space. It can't get us out, but it should be able to get us above the lab Will has barricaded himself in. I don't like it, but we have to get the drop on him. Internal mail relay. I'm getting us out. I'm not letting John play tyrant any longer. The isotope containment is leaking and he still won't let us out. I've gotten through his updated security subroutines, and it's only a matter of time till I get control of the facility defenses. He's so busy trying to keep me out of the clean room controls, he probably hasn't realized that by triggering a facility breached sweep, all the doors will open to allow the robots access. We're fighting your way out, and then I'll deal with your husband. Will. Confidential. Erica, I've sent an explanation to the team, but I need you to know what is actually going on. Please do not share this with anyone else. It may start a panic. This morning, I got a call from Colonel Kemp, and he told me to keep our team in the lab. But before I could ask, he hung up. The sound you heard outside was an atomic bomb going off. It seems to have hit southwest of the city. The phone lines have been jammed, but I found a way to reach Kemp's liaison. He informed me that they could only afford a detail to escort us to safety. We have vital military assets or intelligence. That is why we need to get the project finished. I love you and I know you can do this, John. Mandatory overtime. Good morning, everyone. I know you've all been here overnight and everyone is tired, but I need everyone to push through just a little longer. Dr. Elwood Willem has said that you are very close to cracking the problem with the nucleostrictive lining project, and I have a good feeling that today will be the day. Along with our normal snacks, I have sent a runner to Slocum's Joe for coffee and donuts. We'll be ordering Spuckies later this afternoon. I also just got off the phone with Colonel Kemp, and he said there may be some training exercises happening around town today. So if you hear what sounds like tanks or gunfire, don't panic, it's just a drill.
There we go.
Emergency lockdown in effect. Leak detected in radioactive isotope containment. Personnel are advised to evacuate the facility until proper maintenance can be performed. In the event that evacuation is not possible, protective suits should be worn. 238. Ah, jeez! Scare the crap out of me. Suicide note. Everyone else left tried to get into Bergman's lab to get the password for the isotope containment, but he rigged up some kind of gun. Erica was killed. Most of my hair is gone from the radiation and I can barely see. There's no way I can finish the research on my own now, so I've chosen to make it a quicker end. John Elwood, I'll see you in hell. Tom Franklin.
Come on, zombies.
Unidentified sample 611. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Isotope containment. Current status, local controls engaged, system error, breach detecting containment. Please use extreme caution. Local controls can be found in containment lab C5. Already did that. Facility defense systems. Emergency override facility breached. I don't think I want to do that. At least not yet. Clean room. Access locked by user J. Elwood. Internal mail relay. Isotope containment. Well, this is insane. Even if you manage to hack into the administrative controls, do you know what will happen if you trigger a security breach? Yes, the doors through the clean room will open, but the first thing through them will be a wave of robots to kill every living intruder in the lab. Even if we manage to get past them, there are also the turrets. There's one right here in the lab, remember? If you do this, you are more likely to get us all killed than set us free. Hacking admin. Wilfred, do you think I wouldn't catch on to what you're doing? I got a network alert the moment you took control of the isotope containment. You may have been the best hacker on campus back at CIT, but that was years ago, and while you were busy up in Alaska pretending to be a soldier, we had the best programmers working on our security system. I told you weeks ago that I'll let you all out of the lab once the research is completed. Locking Erica and the rest of the team out of the isotope containment just to spite me doesn't accomplish anything. Director Elwood. Mandatory overtime. Good morning, everyone. I know you've all been here overnight and everyone is tired, but I need everyone to push through just a little longer. Pretty sure I already read this. It was not just a drill. Deleted mail. What are you doing? You're going to get us killed. Can't cut through. I'm with you. About the new dosing pattern. Latest patch notes. Fixed Darren's dirty hack, restricted students to having one account per student ID number, no exceptions, squashed a ton of bugs, major revisions to the main UI, should be pretty for the dog and pony show, minor tweaks to the brute force countermeasures. Even Volkov couldn't find a hole. From W. Bergman to Dean Vernon, I want it on record that I highly object to giving admin rights to anyone that isn't on our core team. Admin access isn't a bauble for Dr. Williams to lord over his colleagues. We have designed a nigh-perfect system, and idiotic moves like this risk everything. I've been informed that legally I must comply with this request no matter how moronic it is. Username T. Williams. Password: Vernon is an idiot. So now we just need to get out of here.